For Luton, it is a must-win. For West Ham, it's pretty irrelevant. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. We are just over an hour away from kickoff at the London Stadium for our final home game of the season, our penultimate game of the Premier League season. We've got nothing on the game, but Luton have it all to do if they stand any chance of survival in the Premier League in East London this afternoon to have any chance with Nottingham Forest and Burnley meeting at Turf Moor next weekend. That's the decisive game. Luton, they just want to be in with a chance, and this is their opportunity. To be honest with you, if Rob Edwards were to pick one side to play this weekend on form and with the current situation, he'd probably pick West Ham. So that's what's going in their way. We've got no idea what West Ham side are going to turn up this afternoon. And of course, there's the extra and added ramifications of it being David Moyes' final home game as West Ham manager in his second stint at the club, as we all know, because of the announcement of his departure midweek. So look, it doesn't mean anything to us. I'm not particularly bothered. We are well and truly and properly on the beach. Of course, it'd be nice for us to win to try and maintain the top half of the table, but I can look back in a few years ago. Oh yeah, we finished 9th, not 11th. Brilliant. It's not going to particularly bother me, if I'm honest. I've quite liked Luton this season, and I mean, if they win today, it makes that final day oh so interesting in terms of the relegation battle. So, look, it is what it is today. I'm expecting Luton to be rampant. You know, it's probably the biggest game of the season as of yet, because they're in a situation where they simply need to win now. It was a must-win against Everton last weekend on Friday Night Football. They only got a point out of that game, and there seem to be some dropped heads in the Luton camp, and they need to pick themselves up if they stand any chance of survival. A couple of you in the chat, hope you're well. Ryan is in, hope you are well. Michael says, afternoon, does Moyes take a decent or to the we'll see. You will just have to bear with me because I've got a pretty bad cough. I'm on my own this afternoon, so if I ever stop and cough, you know why. But look, we are 3 minutes away from the starting lineups. That's why I came on a little bit later than usual today, because I don't think my voice would handle 15 minutes of talking straight at you. And I'm sure you're all thankful of that as well. In terms of team lineup today, Moyes confirms in his pre-match press conference that Oggy and Mavropanos, not Oggy and Mavropanos, Agerd and Mavropanos are still unavailable. So I'm expecting for the final time, or maybe second final time, for it to be Kurt Zouma and Angelo Bonner as the centre half, Soufal and Emerson standard fullbacks. Phillips is still out. Not that would make any difference. But look, at the end of the day, it's going to be a midfield three of Alvarez, Paqueta, and Souček. Probably will Prowse off the bench in the second half. And then your front three is standard. Kudus, Paqueta, Bowen. Not Kudus, Paqueta, Bowen. Kudus, Antonio, Bowen. Sorry. I'm getting it all wrong this afternoon. I can't even get my own words out. That's what I'm going to expect. If it's any different to that, I'll be shocked. But we'll get the official confirmation in 2 minutes' time. I've spoken a little bit there about the importance of this game for Rob Edwards' Luton side. It speaks for itself. It's self-evident. It's self-explanatory. It does all the talking for you, and I'd expect to see an element of that in their opening play this afternoon. They should be really up for it today, Luton. If they're not, they don't deserve to be in the league next season, to be honest. This is the game where they need to turn up, and if they pressure the right areas and they do the non-negotiables, they should win today, Luton, because the players seem to have damn tools. They have done for a good few weeks now. That's been evident in the batterings that we've received at Palace and Chelsea. We picked things up a little bit at home against Liverpool, so maybe it's the home element. At home, we seem to be that little bit better. Maybe that's playing a factor, I don't know. But it's been completely unacceptable, some of the performances that have completely hung Moyes out to dry, if we're honest, in the last few weeks. And pretty much it's the turn of the calendar year. Now, look, some of the blame has to go on Moyes, of course it does, but you've also got to put some of the blame onto the players. They've not done, they've not done him right at all, in my opinion. So at the end of the day, I hope they give him a good send off today. I'm expecting, and the fans will. I'm pretty sure of it. Give the manager the send off that he deserves today. I know I certainly will when I get the opportunity up at the Etihad next weekend. Champions of Europe, you made us sing that. It should be the chant sung today, and next Sunday at the Etihad. Look, we're going to lose at the Etihad next weekend. Happily lose next weekend because we definitely don't want Arsenal winning the league. We've been over that before. So we know we're going to lose. The more the merrier, I say, if we're totally honest. Champions of Europe, you made us sing that. David Moyes' Clayton Brew Army. Let's give him the send-off that he deserves for bringing a European trophy to our football club. But anyway, I'm digressing. Shall we get on to the team lineup? Let's see if I am wrong or right. As I'm just loading up the page. Here we go. And it looks like, oh, no, I'm not right. Oh, there's no Alvarez. Interesting. Areola, Soufal, Zuma, Ogbonna, Emerson, Ward-Prowse, Souček, Paqueta, Kudus, Bowen, and Antonio. Bizarrely, Edson Alvarez is on the bench. That is a little bit strange, I'm totally honest with you. I'm going to bring that up onto the screen now for official confirmation. If Alvarez is on the bench, I'd expect him to start, to be honest. That has bemused me a little bit. There it is up on the screen now. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, the rest of it's standard, isn't it? We knew what the back line was going to be. We knew what the front three was going to be. And he's decided to drop rest. I mean, he couldn't have rest. We haven't played for a week. There's no need to rest Alvarez. We've got nothing to play for. So he's dropped Alvarez for Ward-Prowse. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great against Chelsea last weekend, but none of them were. He took it off at half time, which I thought was a little bit bizarre, if I'm honest. I knew he was at fault partly for one of the goals against Chelsea, but he's been one of the best players this season, Alvarez, and he's just dropped him. I mean, Souček. I mean, what does Ward-Prowse bring more? I mean, that's gonna. I'm lost for words. You all know me, I'm very rarely lost for words. I just can't get my head around why he's dropped Alvarez. I really can't. Alvarez is the glue. We've highlighted and indicated the importance of Edson Alvarez all season. And whenever we've taken him out, we've looked a car crash. So for his final home game, he decided to take out a player that's bailed him out for the majority of the season, Edson Alvarez. And he's put Ward-Prowse, unless there's been a bust up, I don't know. I can't quite get my head around that. 7-0 to City next week. 3 assists from Paqueta. Exactly. You know it. You know it all too well. Moyes dropping Alvarez, spiteful till the end. Alvarez called Moyes' tactics dog poo in Spanish in Spain last week. Hence he got put. Oh, I didn't know that. I hadn't seen that, Michael. Interesting. So maybe there's been a little bit of an internal bust up and then verbal disagreement between the two parties. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through Twitter. Yeah. A little bit bizarre. I mean, Lucas Paqueta has put last game at home onto his social media. Whether that means last game at home in a West Ham shirt or just this season, I don't know. But yeah, look. Interesting, really, really interesting, and be interesting to see what Moyes says in his pre-match presser and post-match presser regarding this Alvarez situation. I'm just going to have a little look at the Luton lineup and bring that up onto the screen for you now, unchanged from their lot. Oh, there's some names in here I'm going to have to read out. Bear with me. Kaminsky, Onyedima, Burke, Reece Burke there from West Ham man, Mengi, Osho, Doughty, Sambi Lokonga, former Arsenal man. I think he's on loan actually. Ross Barkley, Chong, Colton Morris, the captain, and Adebayo. Oh, City are free up. Good. That is all good. Morris and Adebayo too. I mean, you could add Chong into that as well. It's a really deadly front three on their day if they all collectively work together. There are problems to be caused there from that Luton side. Now, look, they've been unlucky through the vast majority of this season. They've lost by the odd goal here and there. And if they turn up today, I think they've got the opportunity and probably quality just about to beat us in our current state of mind, situation, scenario. Paint whatever picture you like. If they want it today, they can probably get it if they like. So look, that should be their incentive. At the end of the day, they've got players there to cause us problems. Barkley can probably dictate the midfield with Lokonga all he likes. And, Chong, Morris and Adebayo get the ball up to them. They'll cause us problems. Defensively, we've been a car crash for weeks and weeks. And I don't think that Ogbonna will fancy trying to mark Adebayo. That will be interesting. Well, we were linked with him. Kent Hammers, who comes on, has always been a big fan of Adebayo. I think he'll have a field day today, if I'm totally honest, with Carlton Morris up there. I think they'll cause us some really, really big problems, unfortunately, in that perspective. Good to see City are 3-0 up. The game was a little bit in the balance just after half-time at 1-0. It's a brilliant goal from Phil Foden to cement the 3 points, and it looks like they've scored another as well, which is good. Yeah, to be fair, Moyes did throw Alvarez under the bus last week with his comments on Rice, which were completely unnecessary. He hadn't wheeled out the Declan Rice excuse for a while by saying the reason we lost was because we didn't have Declan Rice. We finished 14th with Declan Rice last season, for goodness sake. It makes a difference, a world-class footballer, but don't start bringing that out. Utterly ridiculous. And if I was Alvarez, I'll be pretty peed off for that as well, so I don't blame him one bit, and he's spitefully dropped him for it, which is just ridiculous. I don't understand it, and I'd be rightfully displeased if I was Edson Alvarez this afternoon. So look, I'll go on to a score prediction and wrap things up. 55 minutes away from kickoff at the London Stadium. I think it's going to be 3-0 either way. We could either turn up, give Moyes the send-off he deserves, and play brilliantly and win 3-0, or we could do what we've done in recent weeks and Luton will capitalise and comfortably beat us. It could literally go either way. I am which way it will go, if I'm totally honest. 3-0 West Ham, 3-0 Luton. Take your pick. Michael's going for a 1-0 win for the Hatters. Fair enough. Totally understand it. But look, I don't care about the football today. I'll probably put it on. I'll watch it loosely. But today is most importantly about respecting and showing our appreciation to David Moyes. I sit here and I've slagged him off for weeks and weeks and months and years. I've been one of his biggest critics on social media and on this YouTube platform. I've been extremely critical of the man, but I've also got the scope and gauge to just take a step back and acknowledge and understand what a fantastic journey he has taken us on. And I hope the 60,000 West Ham fans appreciate that today in the stadium, whether it's before or after the full appreciation that he deserves. That's it from me. The football's pretty irrelevant, but hey-ho, we're here anyway. From me, come on you irons, and I'll see you soon right here on West Ham Unofficial. I'll try and do a instant match reaction after the game, but until then, I'll see you soon. Thanks everyone in the chat, and bye-bye.